Hey, what's going on, Luke? And it definitely feels weird to not be sitting in front of the camera, but here we are talking into the microphone, and we're going to be doing a tips and tricks video. Now, I've already done one in the past. Go ahead and check that out. Check out episode 1. It was about running at the gaps. Episode 2 is going to be another simple one, and it's going to be basically talking about dummy half runs and how effective that they actually are, whether it's from your wingers, your centers, your fullbacks, or even your dummy half itself. Now, I do need to mention that there is a sponsor of the video. The sponsor for this video is BetU, and more specifically, EarnU. EarnU is a part of BetU, and it allows you to place bets on NRL, AFL, cricket, and all major sports risk-free. You can even place bets on esports such as FIFA and League of Legends. You can even watch the esports events, so it makes it a little bit easier to make those bets. This is all done through BetU tokens, and you can win money through the tokens, as all profits and bets are done through the tokens. Yes, I just said tokens a lot. To get the tokens, you need to deposit into your account, and that will give you points to play with, and then you can use those points to make the bets. 1000 BetU tokens equals 10 points to make bets with, so you kind of get the gist there. You can make bets individually, or you can join in on the rounds that they do. They do rounds each week, and within those rounds, they also have leaderboards, so you can make money a fair few ways on this platform. Now, I have a referral code in the description below. You can go ahead and click on that, or you can just go ahead and chuck in Mr. Luke where it allows you. Basically, this just shows that you saw my video and you've come across from my video, so it really does help me if you do use my referral code. Once again, thank you to BetU, and more importantly, EarnU, for coming on board the channel. Guys, please gamble responsibly. You also have to be 18 plus as well. I mean, it is gambling after all, so you have to be 18 plus. But Australians, we love a little bit of a gamble, especially NRL fans. We love to have a little bit of a punt, especially me. So go ahead, use this platform, use BetU, use EarnU, and help support the people that support me. Alrighty, intro done and dusted. Now it's time to talk about the tips and tricks and talk about the dummy half running. So the biggest thing for me about dummy half running, that it's easily the most overpowered run in the whole game. There's times you can run with forwards, you can do shoulder barges, you can run at gaps and all that sort of stuff, but the dummy half run is the most effective one in terms of scoring actual tries. The amount of times I've run with centers, in particular centers, I will say, because that's a lot of the times when you actually get a speedster in a dummy half, and it is key that you get someone who has a fair bit of pace and does have a good step on them, because a lot of the times you're going to be taking on another prop, or you're going to be taking on a halfback, or someone who doesn't have the best defensive skills on the game, and you're going to step him and go through. Or sometimes you just get some really slow markers. If you notice that both of the guys are offside at marker, just run straight, because they're not going to make the tackle, and if they do, they're offside anyway, so you're going to get a penalty. It's a win-win situation. If you go through, there's a mad gap right in the middle there. It's huge, it's massive. You got to run straight through it, and hopefully you got to have a speedy player. Now, obviously, dummy half runs are not going to be that effective if you got, say, like a Cameron Smith, or someone who isn't exactly a speedy dummy half. But a lot of the times you end up getting your fullback in there, you get your wingers there, you get your centers. It just all depends on where you are in the field. Now, I wouldn't suggest doing this if you're attacking the opposition 20. Obviously, you can't do it. I've scored plenty of tries just running cross field, basically. So a big thing to do is run cross field. So get one of your players, just get them in a dummy half, and just go diagonal and sort of just swerve around the defenders, and you'll go sideways enough that there will be a gap somewhere. So trust me on that one, guys. Just go sideways and you will end up with a gap. But most of the time you'll end up getting tackled. Now, in terms of scoring a try, just literally take on the first defender, try and step him. If you step him, good. If you don't, well, that's just unlucky. But a lot of the times you're going to be able to do it, especially with those sort of upper echelon players. If you're playing with a Tom Trbojevic in the centers, you're playing with a Latrell Mitchell, and even just when they're playing fullback, you're playing with any of those sort of guys, your Tedescos, even guys like Dane Gagai, you're probably seeing this video. Jesse Raymond's been a big one for me. You just get certain players who you can just take them on, and they step them every single time. It works so effectively, and I absolutely love it, and it sounds so simple, and that's because it absolutely is. It is a very, very simple tactic, and I know this probably doesn't work online because you're just going to get wrapped up, and they're eventually going to figure out what you're doing. But the run from dummy half, it is super effective. Like I said, I wouldn't necessarily say do it inside the opponent's 20, but then at the same time, I have scored a lot of tries just heading sideways. So if you want to score some realistic tries, probably don't do it. But if you just want to cheese the computer, because they do it to us a lot, go ahead and do that. You're going to make heaps of meters, and if you don't score a try, you're going to make heaps of meters anyways, and you can do something off the back of that. So definitely do the dummy half runs. They're the best run to do on all of Rugby League Live 4. I think if you've played Rugby League Live 4 for any amount of time, you'll agree with me and say that the dummy half runs are very, very overpowered. Stepping in general is quite overpowered. I'm not even saying you have to step all the time, because sometimes there are some really, really big gaps. Like I said, when the markers aren't square, just head straight through the middle of them, and you'll either pick up a penalty or you'll end up making a line break. So there's so many effective ways to go ahead and make a line break with a dummy half run. Hopefully you've seen it in this video. Hopefully you've seen enough examples on the screen, and hopefully you have enjoyed this video too, because that's where it's going to end. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Go ahead and smash the like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Use the notification bell. Don't rely on the sub boxes. Use the notification bell and never miss any of my videos. Also, go ahead and give me a follow on social media. You can see it on the screen now as well as the gameplay, but it's Mr. Luke and YT for the most part. My Facebook's Mr. Luke, but everything else, including Snapchat, including TikTok, is Mr. Luke and YT. Give me a follow, give me an ad. Also, a special mention to the sponsor of the video, once again, EarnYou. They are a gambling site, so once again, be 18 plus, gamble responsibly, all that sort of stuff. But thank you for coming on board the channel. Support the people who support me, and thank you for supporting this video and watching it. Thank you very much, guys. Hopefully you gain some tips from this one. Hopefully you gain a little bit of insight into Robo League Level 4, and hopefully you improve your game a little bit. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.